Hello guys, welcome back to our anime explainer. Guys, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Today is explanation of upcoming episode of Swallowed Star Part 215 based on novel. So let's start. After staying in Primal Chaos City for over a month, he kept only a few of the treasures from the battles, like some items that were good for recovery of the undying bodies, etc. Many of the warriors he killed had such items. He naturally kept them, along with 3 top-class ships. He sold everything else and began his huge spending spree, to buy for his team, his family, himself, until there was only about 100 billion left. Only then did he leave Primal Chaos City happily. Asterisk. Solar System, a majestic palace was floating in space protecting Earth. This palace far exceeded the size of Earth. Within its first level, there was a fixed pathway that connected the Virtual Universe Company camp along with the huge Axe camp, the Universe First Bank, Universe Galaxy Bank and the Universe Mercenary Alliance. One of the pathways lit up with light. Someone's coming. Someone from the Virtual Universe Company is coming. The guard team of 10 Sector Lord were all respectful. Anyone able to take this pathway would either have to be extremely strong or had high status. They all looked on curiously at a black-armored youth that walked out alone. It's His Majesty Luo Feng. The Sector Lords immediately recognized him. Half of the rights of Earth belonged to him, how could they not recognize him? Your Majesty. They all bowed respectfully. HM. Luo Feng nodded and glanced at them. You've stood guard over the solar system for 10,000 years, has there been anything special? Nothing, everything is normal. The leading Sector Lord replied respectfully. Luo Feng nodded and teleported, vanishing from sight. Teleportation. Only Sector Lord and yet he can teleport, he is truly too impressive. Don't you know, he just passed the Sector Lord Primal Sky Mountain. I heard that anyone who passes that would have 100 billion points in reward. 100 billion? I haven't even got 100 mixed elements yet. The group was all stunned. Even though these Sector Lords that were within the 5 Leviathans were much better off than the lone wolves, their wealth was still pitiful. Compared to an absolute warrior like Luo Feng, easily spending over 2 trillion mixed elements before, normal Sector Lords were nothing but ants to him, he could easily kill them. In the space above Earth. Who? Luo Feng appeared, turning to look at the majestic palace in the solar system, he sighed. After which he rushed into the atmosphere. This is Earth, invader, please identify yourself. A little ship suddenly appeared within the atmosphere. He sent out sharp ripples that pierced through his Earths, using universe language. What's going on? Luo Feng frowned, after which he used world energy to swiftly check, covering the entire Earth. There were many little such ships hidden throughout the entire Earth. Also, above the Atlantic Ocean, Pacific etc. many luxurious floating palaces stood there. In them all sorts of races, winged humans, ape-man etc. all lived. It's changed. Luo Feng was stunned. When I become a true power, I will definitely take the Earth back. Luo Feng thought, even if I have to pay a huge price, it'd be worth it. Please identify yourself. The little ship continued. Luo Feng frowned and glanced at it, roaring, "Get lost!" His voice shot out like a shockwave, instantly destroying the ship and leaving it in fragments. I know you can see me. Luo Feng stood there and said coldly, but remember this is Earth and we own half of it. Luo Feng coming to Earth, is not for you to supervise. This will never happen again. He rushed down. Earth, within a huge floating city, lived hundreds of millions of residents within a particular skyscraper. This was the headquarters of the immigrants. Within a control room stood 2 middle-aged men and a lady. They all watched the screen. On it displayed Luo Feng speaking in mid-air. That Luo Feng sure is arrogant. The green-armored winged man said coldly, what's his deal? He is only a disciple of the Primal Chaos City leader. Doesn't he know that those that have moved here are under the huge Axe Dojo, and Virtual Universe Company's people too? And many have universe masters behind them? Earth was a special nurturing basket, each slot to move here was extremely expensive. Many universe masters had paid the price to let their elites come here, and the status required to get here was extremely high. Control yourself. Another four-armed middle-aged man said, Luo Feng is the disciple of the city leader, is not someone you can mess with, and he just passed the primal sky mountain. He may become a knight eventually. Even though those that come here have huge backgrounds are after all just that, it doesn't represent their own strength. When Luo Feng becomes a knight, do you think you can even withstand his blows? I'm after all still an emperor. At least right now, I can still deal with him. The green-armored man said coldly. Shut up. The lady ordered, there are strict orders that forbid challenging Luo Feng. Humph. The green-armored man looked through the glass at the ocean below, such a beautiful planet, yet it's owned by rubbish. Our huge axe dojo hasn't been firm enough. We should have assassinated that Luo Feng back then the earth would be ours. Shut up. The lady ordered. If you wish to die, don't drag me along. The other four-armed man turned and left. Asterisk 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 asterisk. Asian, Yangzhou City, Luo Feng's residence. This residence had a history of over 10,000 years, it was steeped in meaning and culture. Ever since it received news of Luo Feng returning, the upper echelon and elites all rushed back, all wanting to see the family leader Luo Feng. I didn't expect that the house I lived in back then is still doing well. Look, this was the layout back then, even now, it's still the same. Luo Feng walked with his wife and two sons along. We kept it this way over the 10,000 years. Of course it's still like that. Shushin joked. Luo Ping laughed along too, only Luo Hai's expression wasn't too happy. Luo Hai. Luo Feng looked at his son. Dad. He replied. What's the matter? Luo Feng asked. No, it's just the return to Earth that pissed me off. Luo Hai said unhappily. Beside him Shushin frowned at him, silencing him. Speak. Luo Feng said directly, he had somewhat guessed. It's those immigrants. He raged, when I returned, I took my ship directly into Earth from space, they actually stopped me. I still went along with them initially, who'd expect them to take me to their floating city and lock me in there for half a day. Only later on did someone come tell me saying it was a mistake, this was obviously all part of their plan. That is considered okay. Luo Ping sighed. Brother, you've been staying here all this while, you know little about the family matters. During the later parts of when Dad vanished for over 6,000 years, this wasn't our Earth at all. It was purely the territory of the immigrants, they all came over to our land like we were some goods, all acting arrogant, not showing us any respect. Which one of us would dare mess with them? No one, we could only swallow our pride. However, despite all this, they still haven't dared to chase us away. Luo Ping sighed. Chase you all away? Luo Feng's expression changed. Back then he had signed a deal with the Virtual Universe Company. It stated clearly that the floating immigrants couldn't disrupt the lives of the humans of Earth, now it was extensive bullying. Dad, the deal you signed before told us that too. Luo Ping shook his head. But it's useless. Despite all that, they are still arrogant and brash, bullying us Earthlings. But they all say, they are only making friends with us, not disrupting our lives. What can we do? It's hard to clarify such matters. Luo Feng's expression was ugly. He was indeed offended when he returned this time. It was obvious that the group of immigrants were incredibly arrogant to act like that towards him, much less the others. Luo Feng. Shushin said softly, these immigrants all have huge backgrounds, they are involved with the super families of the universe. I heard that many are straight from the upper echelon of the huge Axe Dojo and Virtual Universe Company. Humph. Luo Feng raged. Back then the huge Axe founder had found the special qualities of Earth, the pinnacle beings and the super families sending their elites was totally understandable. These elites were naturally proud. With such huge backgrounds, they obviously believed, would one Luo Feng dare offend so many of us? Luo Feng, calm down. Shushin said. Relax, I won't go crazy. Many thoughts flashed through his mind. Dad, since you passed the primal sky mountain, they've actually controlled themselves a little, it's not too overboard. Luo Ping said. What do you mean not too overboard? They have no right to bully us. Luo Feng frowned. Even though he was incredibly enraged within, at this time, he hadn't found the right solution to deal with the problem. Go back and rest, let me think. Luo Feng said. Luo Ping and Luo Hai exchanged glances and left, leaving Xu with Luo Feng. As they walked away, Luo Ping couldn't help but say, Brother, why'd you tell Dad about this? He just passed his life or death inheritance and got back safely, yet you spoke of such matters. Wouldn't that completely endanger him? Don't you know how terrifying the backgrounds of these immigrants are? I just couldn't take it anymore. Luo Hai said weakly. Can't take it? How many times have you returned over the years? You've been exploring the universe for so long and you are now a sector lord. With the many treasures and techniques Dad prepared for you, you yourself are powerful. Also, for your safety, Mum even prepared an undying plant life form for you, not mentioning your strength, with just your statues, which warrior would dare mess with you? You've gotten so used to having it your way, you haven't suffered before. But Dad is different from you. He is the pillar of our Luo family, he is the pillar of Earth. The stronger he grows, the more jealousy will occur. He's been eyed by the many other races of the universe, and all of them want to kill him. His exploring of the universe is constantly met with life or death situations. Can't you let him relax when he returns? It's just some bullying. Those of us here being bullied have just endured it. As long as Dad keeps getting stronger, they would naturally lose their guts. When he passed the primal sky mountain, they've already controlled themselves quite a bit. Just bear with it until Dad becomes an absolute being of the universe, then all these will vanish. Luo Ping looked at his younger brother. As his family members, we shouldn't trouble him, Dad is tired enough. Luo Hai was regretful, I just couldn't stand it. Who can? Luo Ping shook his head, the world runs this way, whoever's fist is bigger is stronger. Those immigrants, many have terrifying backgrounds. I heard that they are linked straight to the upper echelons of the Virtual Universe Company and the huge Axe Dojo. The upper echelon. Which one of those princes would even consider us? They are only wary of Dad. Luo Hai nodded. Just wait until Dad becomes an absolute being, then they will all obediently follow. Luo Ping sighed, he didn't wish for their father to do something now. The saying went as such, the king of hell was easier to deal with than an imp. The powerful great beings have lived for eternity, their families stretching over millions of eras. As for their later generations, how many of them have personally seen the founders of their family? The universe masters? Even though they haven't seen them, the pride in their bones was ingrained. Just like how the Luo family had Luo Feng, they all exuded pride and were proud of him. And the founders of these families were all universe masters, it was easy to imagine their pride. And on Earth, these princes formed a huge group. Asterisk 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 asterisk. Pacific Ocean, within the huge floating city. What's that Luo Feng's deal? The winged green man sat in his throne, rubbing the seat rest as his eyes gleamed fiercely. Master, don't be angry. A simple robed lady with purple hair smiled and walked over. He is the disciple of the primal chaos city leader, it's natural that he's proud. However, no matter how proud he is, he cannot do a thing against us. The immigrants of the floating city here come from the 5 Leviathans. With many the disciples of Universe Masters families, even though they are but the later generations, they still aren't people Luo Feng can deal with. Only then did the man reveal a smile. With a wave, the purple-haired lady flew over and landed in his lap. They were about to engage in intimacy right there. Suddenly, a voice resounded, Jia Li Emperor. The green-armored man frowned and looked outside, hugging the lady. He was dissatisfied. Feng Chen Emperor, what's the matter? A 4-armed man walked into the hall, his voice booming, Jia Li, no matter what, Luo Feng is still part of our virtual universe company, and he's the disciple of the primal chaos city leader. Don't go overboard. If things get messy, will you be able to deal with it? I don't believe he dares mess with me. Jie Li stood up fiercely. HMPH. Feng Chen looked coldly at him. Jie Li, be clear on this, even though you are the later generation of a universe master, your family has been around for trillions of years. The members have reached countless numbers, even though we are emperors, and we are the elites of the family. However, the true elites wouldn't have been arranged to Earth to protect a group of infants. Jie Li was about to interrupt. Let me ask you, have you seen the founder Void Gold Master before? Feng Chen asked. Jie Li's expression was ugly. Even I haven't seen him before. Feng Chen sighed. To the universe masters, the Zisai family has countless people within. What are we? It's better to stay low profile. However, you have to see whose dog you are beating. The immigrants here are all considered elites from the many universe masters. Nobody would dare mess with us. Feng Chen said. But you shouldn't get too arrogant. Treating the Earth humans one way is okay, but to Luo Feng, you'd still have to show him some respect. That challenge earlier wasn't worth it at all. Who doesn't know his appearance? Yet you still purposely made him identify himself. He would easily see through this. Enough. Jie Li's expression was ugly. It's just one Luo Feng? He's only a sector lord now. I don't believe he'd get much stronger anyway. Do you think becoming strong is that easy? Every step is filled with danger. The better he performs, the more the other races would want to kill him. Not just the dangers, just the law comprehension required to become a knight is incredibly tough. Even the group of disciples under the primal chaos city leader, even a bunch of them haven't become knights. Don't bug me, it's only because that Luo Feng is part of the virtual universe company just like you. That's why you are helping him by speaking for him. HMPH. Feng Chen's expression changed and he left immediately. Jie Li watched the scene and snorted coldly. Proud Earthling. Jie Li looked out at the vast space, gazing at the Earthlings below. Even if you have Luo Feng behind you, that cannot change your low bloodline. When he falls, I want to see your look of despair. When that happens, I'll make sure you all leave Earth. Luo Feng? Let's see how long you can stay proud. He was filled with anger within. Since he was not respected within his family, his hatred and dissatisfaction brewed, and Luo Feng was a shining star compared to him. He naturally couldn't stand it, and he wished to see Luo Feng's look of despair. Asterisk 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 asterisk. Virtual universe, chaos energy engulfed the palace at the peak of Thunder Island. Luo Feng entered respectfully. Teacher? He bowed respectfully. Is something the matter? The city leader's voice resounded. I have a favor to ask of teacher. Luo Feng replied respectfully. A silhouette walked out from the energies. A gold-robed city leader said, You experienced quite a lot of danger in the outer region wars, yet you've never come to see me. You are naturally not the type to ask for help. Speak, what's the matter? The city leader had indeed favored Luo Feng a lot more now. Ever since he displayed his strength to so easily kill Emperor limits, even matching black tea. It made the city leader realize this disciple of his was still hiding other things. Otherwise, no matter how talented a sector lord was, even with the general armor, even with law comprehension reaching the 20th level, he still wouldn't be able to kill an emperor limit so easily. Much less exchange blows with black tea. He wasn't bothered about his disciple hiding things from him, as everyone had their own secrets. He understood that there were some things he didn't wish to share. He also realized that Luo Feng's future achievements would be shocking, hence he personally cleaned up the mess and gave him another identity of Blade River. It's like this, when I returned to Earth, there were many things that happened. I realized that the other immigrants have created trouble for our Earth humans. Luo Feng said respectfully. I had no other way, hence I came to seek your help. He had come to seek his help. He said it blatantly. The city leader, with his status, wouldn't get angry about this. If Luo Feng had to beat about the bush, that would in fact irritate him. Such a small matter, right? The immigrants come from many powerful families, you better not mess with them. I'll give out an order. The city leader nodded. I know you value your family and fellow Earth humans, I will settle these things for you. Don't bother about such matters, what you need to do is become strong. Yes, teacher, I will do my best. Luo Feng was gleeful, as his teacher's response was simple and straight to the point. Go on. The city leader nodded. Luo Feng bowed respectfully and left. The city leader smiled as he watched his disciple leave. He had never come to ask for help before, and yet now when he did, it was over such a small matter. Caring for his fellow humans and family, such character, as long as humanity treats him well, he will naturally fight to the death for us. The city leader nodded. There were several traitorous warriors of humanity. The moment they got strong, they wouldn't even care about their own race's safety. Just like how Yang Di, the leader of the Yangshan race, was originally from humanity, however he chose to leave humanity with his race and become his own power. This had enraged many pinnacle beings of humanity, but Yang Di's power was huge, and he had the great being behind him, hence they could only bear with it. Half a day later, an order was passed on to the palace guarding Earth, and to the managements within the immigrants and the Earth humans. The order was very simple. It stated that no immigrant was to set foot or fly over the Earth territories, and no Earth human was to set foot or fly over the floating city's territories. Anyone that went against it were to be killed. What? The green-armored youth who was fooling around with the girl howled when he got the order. Who gave this order? Jie Li Emperor was angry. I will definitely report this to the upper echelon of the huge axe dojo. The order seemed to apply to both sides, however in truth, it was mainly to protect the Earth humans more. As the immigrants all had huge authority and backgrounds, they often headed to the continents to explore. Who dare resist them if they believed the humans there? And there were many powerful warriors amongst them. Domain Lord Guards and Sector Lord Guards were common. As for the Earth human strength, how weak were they? In contrast, the Earth humans didn't dare step into the sea regions at all, not invading the immigrant space, or the little ships they controlled would swiftly appear and capture them. In all, the situation was that despite staying within their territory, the Earth humans still had to suffer humiliation from the immigrants. The three emperor managers of the immigrants gathered. Feng Chen from the Virtual Universe Company, Jie Li from the Huge Axe Dojo, and the Lady Huangsha Emperor who represented the First Bank, Galaxy Bank and the Mercenary Alliance. In terms of strength, she was the strongest, as she was an Emperor Pinnacle. The other two were quite a bit weaker. This is too much. How can he do this? Who gave this order? Did they discuss with any of my Huge Axe Dojo upper echelon? I will report this, definitely. Jie Li howled. Report, go on, this is from the Primal Chaos City leader. Feng Chen said casually. Jie Li could only stare wide-eyed. Primal. Huangsha was shocked too. There's no mistake. Feng Chen nodded, he gave the order personally. It must be Luo Feng, that despicable Luo Feng. Jie Li gritted his teeth. He felt even more jealous now. He had reached Emperor level and yet he never got the chance to meet his family leader Void Gold Master. Luo Feng however was able to easily get the city leader to give such an order. How big was their difference? Of course it's Luo Feng, but what can you do? Feng Chen looked at him. Jie Li gritted his teeth, he couldn't think of anything. As Luo Feng had signed an agreement with the Virtual Universe Company back then with the Virtual Universe Company as the main controller, and not the Huge Axe Dojo. The Huge Axe Dojo had to pay a huge price to be able to send a large amount of young warriors over. In truth, everything was left to the Virtual Universe Company to manage. The Primal Chaos City leader was the #1 person in the company. He was the biggest power in the entire company. Who would go against his order? Jie Li gritted his teeth. This order, every order will always have a loophole. Suddenly, an incredibly terrifying energy spread throughout Earth, engulfing the entire planet. Whether it was Asia or Europe etc., even the Atlantic or Pacific floating cities, everyone could feel the terrifying energies. Look! What's going on? Who is it? The three emperors flashed to the air above their floating city, gazing about. With their vision, they could easily see thousands of kilometers away. That is. The three of them were all stunned. A majestic vine plant had risen from the continent of Earth. Each continent had many vines. Its height pierced right through the atmosphere, tens of thousands of kilometers high. The three emperors easily saw hundreds of vines. Star-eating plant. Undying star-eating plant. Huangsha was shocked. Every vine has the same energy, they are from the same undying plant. Check how many vines it has. Feng Chen said. 1,000. Jie Li's voice was tiny. A 1,000 vine star-eating plant, just who is that wealthy? Nurturing such a plant would require hundreds of billions of mixed elements. Huangsha's eyes were filled with disbelief. Is it Luo Feng? Is he that rich? Even passing the primal sky mountain would only give him 100 billion points. It's not enough for this at all. Of course the primal chaos city leader gave him this. Do you think his pitiful wealth would be enough? Jie Li said coldly. Even though the 1,000 vine star-eating plant was emperor pinnacle, plant life forms were special. Its sturdiness could compare to a human emperor limit warrior. And its huge form, even against a human emperor limit warrior, it would still have the advantage. Its life energy was much stronger too. Even a strongest flame god crystal wouldn't destroy it. 1,000 vines could easily spread over 1 million kilometers. The flame crystal would only have a small area of destruction. The Virtual Universe Company has ordered. A cold voice resounded throughout the entire Earth, within every Earth human and immigrant's ears. From now on, no immigrant is allowed to enter the land regions, and no Earth human is allowed to enter the ocean or floating city regions. Anyone who goes against this will die. This is an undying 1,000 vine star-eating plant, and it will guard the borders of the continents. Its main job is to guard, whether it's Earth humans or immigrants. Anyone who goes against the rule will be killed. His voice lingered for a long time. All the humans of Earth, whether it was the Earth humans or the immigrants, everyone was in uproar. The Earth humans couldn't stop cheering. Ha ha, those despicable immigrants won't come here again. This is great. Whose voice was that? To actually arrange an undying to guard us. Stupid, who else can help us? It must be Luo Feng. As they cheered, the immigrants were all raging. Who gave this order, forbidding us from entering the continents? We've never heard of such a rule before. Who gave the order? What guts, even if the upper echelon gave the order, to actually use a 1,000 vine star-eating plant to threaten us? He must be too arrogant. This is a threat to our lives. Asterisk 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 asterisk. As both sides were in uproar, Jie Li, Feng Chen and Huangsha all flew to the edge of the Asian continent. Luo Feng flew there too, and they exchanged glances. Your Majesty Luo Feng. Feng Chen said courteously. Feng Chen. Luo Feng smiled and nodded. He recognized him. Luo Feng, even if the city leader gave the order, you cannot place a 1,000 vine star-eating plant there. Jie Li howled. This is a threat to all immigrants. We will follow the order of the city leader, but you have to take the plant away. Luo Feng looked at him coldly and smiled at Feng Chen and Huangsha. You two, we will chat in the Hong Alliance soon. I'll be taking my leave. Feng Chen and Huangsha nodded. Stay there. Jie Li shouted. Luo Feng turned and vanished, leaving a cold voice, idiot. Jie Li's face was flushed red. Beside him the other two looked at his stupid expression. In their eyes, Jie Li was an idiot. Just who was Luo Feng? This was the disciple of the city leader. Jie Li was but a later generation disciple of a family. He hadn't even met Void Gold Master before. The two of them had completely different levels of authority. And he still yelled out. Luo Feng couldn't even be bothered. Jie Li, you better be careful, don't let your anger take control. You'll be killed by that 1,000 vine star-eating plant. Feng Chen said casually, after which he became a beam of light and left. Among the three of them, the two often didn't see eye to eye. Huangsha usually settled such matters. Calm down, Jie Li. She said, he didn't dare mess around with your challenge before, mainly because of many immigrants behind you. The over 10 billion immigrants all represent powerful families and they have universe masters behind them. As for you, with Luo Feng's status, he can't even be bothered with you. Look, your only saving grace is your personal strength. Since he easily took out a 1,000 vine star-eating plant, he can kill you easily. We are in the same line, let me give you some advice, don't lose your life over this. She too flew away. Jie Li stood in mid-air and gazed at the borders of the Asian continent, his expression struggling, he could only turn and leave. Later on, there were even 2 arrogant immigrants that were killed by the 1,000 vine star-eating plant. The rest quickly got the news and knew that the order was real. They all got a stern warning from the upper echelons too. They all immediately fell in line. The city leader was after all the #1 person in the virtual universe company, who'd go against his order. The Earth humans cheered, they no longer had to suffer in silence, they could lead their lives freely. 1 month later, Luo Feng was finally about to leave Earth. There's the 1,000 vine star-eating plant, secretly, there's also the Emperor Limit Metal Flag Emperor. Luo Feng spoke to his wife. And the many trump cards I left you, you can nurture an undying plant too. All in all, you can make the arrangements, I leave the family to you. HM. Shushin nodded. Within she felt warmth, the husband explored the universe while she watched the house. You better be careful this time, Shushin said. Luo Feng smiled and nodded. Dad, Mum. Luo Feng said goodbye to all his parents, brother, and sons before leaving, teleporting and vanishing from sight. Within the dark universe, a malevolent armored bug ship was flying swiftly. This was one of the top 3 ships Luo Feng had acquired when he hunted the emperors. This living ship, under normal circumstances, only an other race Emperor Limit could use it. Within the control room, we'll first go and deal with Devil Hand Emperor, then we'll head to the distant secret region Ice Hell Star. Luo Feng ordered. Yes, Master. The ship's voice replied. This video will end here.